Hey, what's going on YouTube? This your boy Jamal 4 here once again. Now, before we get to the upcoming video, I want to make a couple announcements. One, unfortunately, I've decided to discontinue Love and Hip Hop Hollywood because the season is so bad. It's so bad that just doing every episode is not, I'm not as into the show as I would like to be, and I don't want to give like half-assed reviews, so I think what I'll do is I'll try to come back for the reunion. Usually the reunion is, interesting, but these episodes have just been so bad, y'all. I can't do it no more. So, in light of those videos, I'm gonna start giving you more of these animated horror story reactions because I found not one but two new YouTube channels that do similar stories to Llama Arts. So, and let's see, one of these is Klart. I hope I'm pronouncing their name right. And there's Wan C Entertainment. So we have two different channels of videos that we have never seen. So I have plenty of stuff to work with. So we have a lot more of these videos coming. So that's what I'll be doing in place of Love and Hip Hop. If you enjoy these series, please support them. Watch them, tell a friend about them, share them across your social media platforms, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And be sure to click that little bell so you get a notification every time that I upload. All right, without further ado, let's get into this story. It's called Don't Let Them In. Now, mind you, I think I've only seen like maybe one or two of their videos to kind of get an idea as to how their animation storytelling goes. So I really don't know what to expect here, but I guess that's half the fun, right? So let's check it out. Chat. That usually be me sitting there with the damn computer eating snacks.
So, last night I was in my living room reading some stories about the black-eyed children and the real-life men in black. It was around 2:30 in the morning and my dog went to the door like he had to go out. I started to get up and he started growling at the door. He has never growled at anything in his life. He's only 6 months old. Then my other dog jumped up onto the couch, trembling and whining. She's a year old. Needless to say, this unnerved me, since I was reading about creepy stuff and was already a little freaked out. So, I just sat back on the couch and held my older dog, trying to calm her down. Then a knock came on the door.
See, that's the thing. A lot of times, animals can sense spirits and bad energy before we can. So I'm following the dogs. If they looking at something, then I know I need to be aware. Like when my dog or when your dog and your cat be looking behind you or looking into a corner or something, I believe that the spirits is there, and I can't fuck with that. I'm telling you, y'all better heed these animals' warning.
Usually, my dogs go wild, barking and whining excitedly because they love people. But my 6-month-old puppy ran away from it and came over by me. At this point, my heart was racing and I was just terrified. All the lights in my house were off and the curtains were drawn. I don't have a peephole, so I peeked out through the blinds of the window behind me that overlooked the porch.
Oh,
There were two boys standing there. One looked to be around maybe 5. He was really little, and the other one was about 10, I'd say. They had their heads down and were wearing winter clothes, heavy jackets. I thought this was weird because it's in the middle of summer.
oh,
Then they both turn and look up at me.
oh.
I don't have a bulb on my porch light, so I couldn't see their faces, but they looked directly at the window. This freaked me out even more, so I moved away from the window and just sat on my couch. I couldn't believe that this was happening. I had heard that if you knew about them, then they would visit you.
Oh,
Then one of them
shit.
spoke. "Ma'am, can you let us in? It's really cold out here, and my brother is hungry." I
The
didn't
hell?
move, and I didn't reply.
Hell no. Listen, I just told y'all that it is in the middle of summer. What you mean that it's cold out here? No. No.
I was immediately alarmed because I had no idea how they knew I was a ma'am. I just sat there on my couch. What the hell would two young kids be doing out at this time of night anyway? Plus, it's June in Alabama. It isn't cold by any means.
Exactly.
I had read stories, and I thought, nope, not gonna answer the door, fuck this. Ma'am.
See, are you black? Because you know what, you are exhibiting so far. Everything that you doing would probably have been me. So I'm very interested in how this is about to turn out. Now you could still fuck up later on, but right now you are exhibiting a lot of behavior that sensible people would do. Crazy ish going on behind my window and all this other stuff. I'm not answering shit. Now what I need you to do right about now is I need you to go grab something sharp. I need you to grab a weapon of some sort. I need you to get prepared, honey, because it looked like some ish about to go down.
Please let us in. I saw you through the window. I know you're there. It will only take a moment. I was like, okay, what the fuck? A moment? What kids say that? I was frozen in fear and
Mm-mm.
just refused to answer them at all. I waited for them to go away and didn't dare look out my window because I just knew that they were right next to it and would be staring back at me with pitch black eyes.
Mm-mm.
Then, after a few seconds of silence, they started pounding on my window, and I heard the same voice again. Let us in, please, it's cold. We have to call our mum. She'll be worried if we don't call her. At this point, I was almost in tears. Just sat.
At this point, listen. I'm about to run out there because okay, let's assess the situation. Two little boys, well, what they appear to be little boys, because these could be demon children, and we just don't know. But look, I'm gonna run out there with a bat, a blunt object, a crowbar, a steering wheel lock, something, and chase them hoes off my damn yard. Y'all ain't about to use my goddamn phone. Y'all better go to the next house.
Back against the arm of my couch and held my legs up to my chest. There was no way I was answering that fucking door. I stayed that way for about half an hour until I was sure that they were gone and everything was quiet. I never saw these
Did you not call the police?
kids' eyes. I have no idea for sure if they were black-eyed children, but I definitely believe that they were. I grabbed my phone and called my friend, who had suggested I read the stories, and woke her up and begged her to come stay the night with me. After I told her what happened, she agreed right away.
Bitch. Now let me tell you something. Your friend is a real one because if I was telling y'all some stories about some black-eyed children and just trying to fuck with you, and then you call me at 11:15 p.m. talking about some you saw the children, please come stay with me, bitch. Hell no, I'm hell no, I'm not coming over there. You just saw black-eyed children. What the hell I'm coming over there for? You better come over here. Well, actually, no, never mind. You stay over there because they may follow you. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. You just told me that you saw two demon children at your door. What the hell I look like going over there?
About 15 minutes later, she still wasn't here. I started to get worried, because
Oh,
she only lives on the next street over. I saw headlights in my driveway and
because she said fuck it. She thinking like me. Like what the hell am I going over here for?
looked out the window. I saw her get out of the car and run to my door, banging on it. I let her in immediately, and she was crying, and had this terrified look on her face and said, "You aren't going to believe this, but I swear to God, I just encountered the two kids you told me about." She said she was at a stop sign and checked her phone for a second when this kid knocked on her window. It startled her, so she looked up and strangely, the
Oh,
streetlights were out, so she couldn't see his face. But there was another younger kid behind him. She cracked the window open,
oh
already
no.
apprehensive, and said, "Can I help you?" And the kid said, "Give us a ride," in a demanding, overly confident voice for a
No.
child. She didn't say anything, and the kid stepped toward her car, and he was close enough now that she noticed he had jet black eyes,
Oh,
wall-to-wall black, no white. She said she wanted to drive away immediately, but felt like she was being pulled into his stare, almost opening her door before she snapped out of it. She gunned the gas pedal and went straight to my house. We stayed up the
bitch. No, I would have ran them hoes over. Mm-mm.
rest of the night together. According to the stories, they usually pay you more than one visit, so I'm going to take a shit ton of melatonin and knock myself out tonight to try and sleep right through, in case they decide to come again. Believe me or not, this really happened, right here in Huntsville. Lock your doors and windows and ignore any child that comes to your door asking for help, especially if it's at night.
Bitch, no, ma'am. So yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna upload two of these because I haven't done one in a while, and I'm not doing Love and Hip Hop, so I'm gonna upload two of these for you guys. So I'll be right back with the next one. Okay, guys, so we're back, and I switched over to the One C Entertainment website or YouTube channel because I think they have a lot more of these type of stories on their channel than the other one. So, and this is a compilation. You see, this one's an hour and a half. So we have plenty of videos that we can make just out of this one video. So we're gonna maybe do maybe two of these, and then I'll record a separate video after that one. So y'all can have two videos to hold you guys over. Thank you guys again for watching, and let's go ahead and get into the bullshit. I met the guy who ate human flesh.
This happened when I was in college. I was 20 at the time, studying for an upcoming exam in biology. That is, until my roommate busted in my room. She wasn't yelling, but I could see she was drunk by her excitement. I rolled my eyes and sighed. I completely lost focus now. But it was okay. I kind of gotten used to her behavior. She was a party girl while I was, well, a nerd. I tried to get back on my reading tracks again, but she patted me on the back and drunkenly giggled before speaking. "Come on, Jasmine. Every time I see you, you're always reading a book." I sighed before speaking. "And every time I see you, you smell of alcohol and vomit."
Secretly, that was a good read. I mean, shit, if you go try to come for me, bitch, let me tell you about your goddamn self.
She frowned at me. "How about this? I'll be quiet all week if you come to this party tomorrow at 8. I wanted to say no, but then I thought about it. I mean, I do always work really hard. Besides, she won't barge in like this for the whole week? Sounds too good, I thought to myself. So I nodded and continued to read. We got ready. I hadn't dressed up in ages, so I was kind of excited. The party was loud, filled with drunk people making out, bumping, and dancing. The
Yep.
party was hosted in a basement-like setting, only it was much bigger and had a lot of space. I'm not going to lie, I did have a few drinks. I wasn't drunk, but I was
Yeah.
definitely tipsy. So, as my view became tilted, this guy comes out of nowhere and has small talk with me. He was fairly attractive. He didn't seem drunk. We met and exchanged names. From what I remember, he had red dyed hair and blue eyes. He was white and about 6 feet. His name was Luke. We laughed and talked about topics like studying and books and that kind of thing. The talking went on for about a half an hour. He then said, "Hey, I'm going to get another drink. Want anything?" And I said, "Why not? I mean, I'm having fun." So later on, he came back with drinks. And the next thing I remember, we were making out in the corner of the party room.
Ooh, get you some, girl. Now, actually, you know what? Hold on. Because a part of me is always weary about when guys, especially, and this could be a double standard, when guys go and get drinks for girls and you don't see them, like if you don't watch them at the bar and watch that they don't slide nothing in your drink, I don't want nobody getting roofied or date raped and none of that. I'm just saying, be careful of accepting drinks from people. If they say they're gonna get you a drink, walk with them to the bar and watch the bartender make the drink and hand it right to you. Don't let him go off somewhere and bring you the drink later.
It was so quick, and then he asked me, "Want to go back to my place?" Which I politely declined. I already know what he wants. Besides, I needed to be on campus in the morning. "Come on, I promise it will be fun." I remember that he kept on trying to get me to go, but he gave up after I made it clear I wasn't interested in going to his place. He rolled his eyes angrily and gave me a paper with a number on it. "Fine. If you change your mind, give me a call." He leaned close to me and whispered against my ear. Then he walked out, and the rest of the night was a complete blank. The next day, I woke up inside my college bedroom, on my bed, next to my roommate snoring on her bed as well. As I got up to shower, a paper fell out of my pocket. It was the number, which made me remember that guy. But I had more important things now. I showered then and went to study. I remember reading my book when all of a sudden I felt dizzy. Then I woke up in the bed with police officers and nurses talking next to me.
See?
Turns out I had this dangerous allergic reaction that could only be caused from saliva or any bodily fluids that had come from decaying or rotting flesh. Which,
What?
to my surprise, was weird. I hadn't been kissing anyone, let alone ate anything raw. Then I remembered the guy. I told the police about the guy at the party and gave them the number he gave me. A few weeks passed and my allergies went down so I could live my life normally. I just finished my test when my phone rang. I answered it, and it was the police. Turns out the guy from the party had 2 dead, decaying women's bodies inside his apartment that he ate. They must have been there for months. My heart dropped. The thought that I made out was someone who ate human flesh.
Oh,
Or even worse, was what if I had agreed to come to his place? I may have been one of those bodies.
oh, See, don't go back to their place. You never know when people are crazy. I'm just telling you. Now I'm gonna do one more in this video, cause what the fuck? Anywho, let's see. I astral projected and saw something. See, Is this some of that light as a feather, stiff as a board type shit?
When I was in the 7th grade, I heard about astral projection for the first time and thought the idea seemed pretty cool. Who wouldn't want an out-of-body experience and travel around the world?
Me?
Anyways, I've been attempting it for several months to no avail. I did doubt it wasn't real and eventually stopped attempting it. Then one day on a January, I decided to hit the bed at around 7 p.m. to take a nap, and the next second I began to feel I was being pulled out of my body as a strong vibration feeling overcame me, similar to that body feeling you get from a strong nicotine rush. I then was floating in my room and felt a presence right behind me, but didn't think much of it. It wasn't a good presence, more of a demonic one. Despite there being my family in the home awake, I didn't see anyone there, and only the light that illuminated the stairway was on. Everything also had a
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that you just, for the first time, had this astral projecting experience, and then the first time you have it, you feel a demonic presence, and you just casually brush it off like, oh, that's nothing. Let me just go wander my house. No, bitch, the fuck? We just saw a demonic express. You're not gonna question that. You're not gonna wonder what the hell that is.
blue tint to it, and I could see clearly in the dark. I had to swim through the air to be able to move and went through my door and swam my way downstairs. I decided to go up and through the ceiling and then through the roof and explore this new plane of existence. However, as I went through the ceiling, I saw this creature rushing towards the stairs, and it stopped as soon as I stopped moving to see it. I could only see the back of it from the right side of it since it was blocked by a
What the fuck is that? See, this is why you don't mess with no spirits, you don't mess with no Ouija boards, you don't mess with none of that shit. Cause you turn into this thing, look like a fucking gargoyle.
wall, but it had yellow skin, pointy, elongated ears, a tail that's medium-sized, and it appeared to be as tall as I was at the time, 5'6". I stared at it for a few seconds, frozen in fear, and before I knew it, I was awake, back in my bed. I looked at my clock and several minutes had passed by. I don't know what to think of that, but it was an interesting experience.
Oh, what? What the fuck? Okay, my invisible plate girl. I'm gonna stop this one here, and we're gonna pick up with my invisible playmate in the following video. Now, I think, let's see, today's Monday night. I'll probably put this one up Tuesday morning. I'll put this one up Tuesday morning, and then I'll put the following video up on Wednesday morning. I think that's how I'm gonna do that. All right. So y'all, make sure y'all like this video, share this video, and stay tuned for the following video that's gonna come out starting with my invisible playmate on Wednesday. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.